What is ecology? Ecology is the scientific study of the relationships between living organisms and their environment. This includes the study of how organisms interact with each other and with the abiotic factors in their environment, such as temperature, rainfall, and nutrients. Ecologists study populations of organisms, communities of organisms, and entire ecosystems, including the biotic and abiotic factors that shape them. They also investigate the impact of human activities on these systems, and work to develop strategies for the conservation and restoration of natural ecosystems. Overall, ecology seeks to understand the complex web of interactions that occur within and between ecosystems, and how they contribute to the diversity of life on Earth. Ecology can be divided into different types based on the scale or focus of study. Here are some of the major types of ecology. 1. Behavioral ecology. The study of how animals behave in response to their environment and how their behavior affects their survival and reproductive success. 2. Population ecology. The study of how populations of organisms interact with each other and with their environment, and how these interactions affect the population size and distribution. 3. Community ecology. The study of how species interact with each other within a given area, and how these interactions affect the structure and function of the community. 4. Ecosystem ecology. The study of how living and non-living components of an ecosystem interact, and how these interactions affect the flow of energy and nutrients through the ecosystem. 5. Landscape ecology. The study of how ecosystems are distributed and interconnected across a larger geographic area, and how human activities such as urbanization and agriculture affect these landscapes. 6. Conservation ecology. The study of how to protect and manage natural resources and ecosystems, with the goal of preserving biodiversity and ecosystem services. 7. Global ecology. The study of how the Earth's ecosystems are connected and how they function at a global scale, including the impacts of climate change and human activities on these systems. There are many examples of ecological processes and phenomena that ecologists study. Here are a few examples. 1. Predator-prey interactions. Ecologists study the dynamics of predator-prey interactions to understand how they affect the population size and distribution of both predator and prey species. For example, the relationship between wolves and elk in Yellowstone National Park has been the subject of extensive ecological research. 2. Photosynthesis. Ecologists study the process of photosynthesis, which is the primary means by which plants and other photosynthetic organisms convert sunlight into chemical energy. Understanding photosynthesis is essential for understanding the role of plants in the carbon cycle and the production of oxygen in the atmosphere. 3. Ecosystem services. Ecologists study the many services that ecosystems provide to humans, such as pollination, water purification, and climate regulation. Understanding these services is important for developing policies and practices that promote the conservation and sustainable use of natural resources. 4. Invasive species. Ecologists study the impact of invasive species on native ecosystems. Invasive species can disrupt the ecological balance of an ecosystem by outcompeting native species for resources, altering habitat, or introducing new diseases. 5. Biogeochemical cycles. Ecologists study the movement of nutrients and other chemicals through ecosystems. For example, they study the nitrogen cycle, which is the process by which nitrogen is converted from one form to another and recycled through the ecosystem. 6. Habitat fragmentation. Ecologists study the impact of habitat fragmentation on biodiversity. Habitat fragmentation can lead to the loss of habitat for many species, as well as the isolation of populations, which can reduce genetic diversity and increase the risk of extinction. These are just a few examples of the many ecological phenomena and processes that ecologists study. Ecology is a fascinating and important field of study that is critical for understanding the complex interactions between living organisms and their environment. By studying the ways in which ecosystems function and how they are affected by human activities, ecologists are helping to inform policies and practices that promote the conservation and sustainable use of natural resources. As we face growing environmental challenges such as climate change, habitat loss, and biodiversity decline. The insights provided by ecology are more important than ever in shaping our understanding of the natural world and our relationship to it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.